Yeah, 50 on this one.
We talked a lot this week about your balance and the variety of guys who can score. How important is Marcus in making that work?
Important, but it's, you know, every guy, the one thing, this is a hard one for you all to understand. We've got to keep working on making the extra pass. And you say, well, Cal, you have 7 guys who have over 100 shots. There's no team in the country that has 7 guys over 100 shots. And if there is, Jerry will have it in his notes this weekend. But there isn't one, and here's what I would say. What happens is because guys are only taking 10, 9, 8 shots, 11 shots, it's the extra pass becomes a little bit harder than it would if 4 guys or 3 are taking all your shots. So we just got to continue to work on that, make that extra pass. You have one, he has one, make the extra pass. So, but the balance we have does make it difficult. Darius offensively, he could go for 30. Kyle Wilshire could go for 30. Duron Lamb could go for, I mean, you got a bunch of guys that could bust out for 30. Terrence Jones could go for 30. And we just got to keep playing the game, and whoever's got to go to him. Last game it was Darius, and the guys found him, got him shots.
Kyle, Marcus said a few minutes ago that when he was struggling by what he's used to in high school in that early in the year, it really kind of played with his head a little bit. Do you see a different body language from him now? Is he seeing things better, carrying himself better than he was earlier in the year?
Yeah, what happens to these young people, if they don't let you define them, let us kind of present you, define how you're going to play. When they argue the point, they think they can play like they did in high school, and when it doesn't work, it rattles them. Then they don't know if they're good enough. Then you start questioning, can I play? Well, you can play, but just not the way you're playing. And that's the hard thing. Now, most guys got to get hit in the mouth and then say, all right, it ain't working the way I want to do this. Let me do this. Now, let me say this. And every once in a while, they'll go back and check it to make sure they're right or wrong. So they'll go have their kind of game, and they'll look bad again, and you'll say, why did he do that? Because they just got to check to see if they could really do it their way. But most of these players, they're letting us present them and define their games for them, and all we try to do is play to your strengths, simply. Play to your strengths. Don't play to your weaknesses. Play to your strengths. We'll work on your weaknesses in here, in this gym, but right now, just let's do what we do, and then we all have to guard. You know, the biggest thing with Marcus Teague that he's doing better is defending and rebounding. You all want to look at his offense. He's defending and rebounding. So he's not stopping. He's going in and getting balls. He had 7 rebounds. He has 7 rebounds. We'll out-rebound the other opponent by double digits. But there are games he gets no rebounds and doesn't even attempt. That's the old high school. I'm not going in there because if I go in there and they miss, I can't get a layup. So I'm going to just take off. Well, it's not just him. You know, it's a bunch of high school guys playing the same way that way.